Okay.
Oh, we have some good ones.
Yeah. We're streaming
Amy,
live. Jeff, we're streaming live, and it's a little early for some, ERRLY, but we're sharing cannabis knowledge. We're in San Francisco right now, but we want to shout out our viewers in Las Vegas, our listeners in San Diego. We want to shout out Hugo Talks in the Czech Republic, 808 represent, all the way from LA to the Bay to Monterey, the future mayor of Marina, Kevin Saunders, our whistleblower sock puppets. We want to give thanks. It's early for some, but as far as I'm concerned, we're kind of late to end prohibition because...
Prohibition.
And who do you think you are?
Trip Boone, 100 pounds up, and we're down in Maryland. Ganja
Ganja
Vixen.
Vixen.
Sounds sexy.
Yeah.
Great name. I need a cool weed name.
This dab's for you. So you can log in what Trip's cool weed name should be, but Jack Hererhemp, rest in peace, also liked the word cannabis, he liked the word hemp, he liked the word sativa. And so it's not just about weed or ganja, it's about whatever name you use for the plant, so hashtag that. And you're doing social media right now?
Mm-hmm. Well, I am. But yeah, I'm about to do
Don't talk dirty to me. We're in the hot tub time machine, and we're live at Dennis Peron's Cozy Castro Castle. You can see the Golden Gate Bridge right here. We greeted the sunrise just like we're greeting the end of Prohibition. We're here in the hot tub time machine. It looks like an inflatable pool to you, but what it actually is we're going to take you back, doodle-doo, 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 like Scooby-Doo style, to the time when Prohibition ended. Do you guys remember? It was that April Fool's back in 2015 when we finally woke up and realized, thanks to Socknonymous, that Prohibition was based on a terrible lie of racism, greed, and feed, if you will, from DuPont and Hearst. So Jeff is raising his hand, which is a great indicator for an opportunity to speak, and we're going to give you that opportunity to speak, but we are going to allow me to just finish this thought, give thanks to our sponsors before Jeff Clark tells you that yes, we can do this, we can do clemency, and we're going to let everybody have a few words, but we want to explain that the reason that we're in this hot tub time machine, traveling back to the end of Prohibition back in 2015 when we finally woke up and realized that all we have to do is say hashtag we refuse consent, and just like that, Dorothy, you had the power all along, we the people, because the power of the people is the party that don't stop. How does it go? Hashtag
Party to the people.
Because the power of the people is, how does it go?
Power to the people. Free the plant.
Free the plant. It's already free according to quantum physics. We're leaping back into time when Prohibition was over because we found out in 1937 they lied about Prohibition. We're here in the time machine because Dennis Peron actually had to remove the time machine. We're not sure if the NSA's got it or what, but allegedly it's because of the drought. Listen, we know nobody in California really gives a shit about the drought. All we do is waste water all day, every day. So we know that there's some other real conspiracy reason why Dennis took out the hot tub, right? Because nobody in California is acknowledging the drought, and we're going to come back in the next sequence. Trip Boone from Northern California and Melissa White Chocolate Ballin from Southern California are going to thumb wrestle, not only to smash patriarchy, but for California's water rights, because some people think they own the water in Northern California. Some people think we own the water in Southern California, but we know that nobody can own water because water is a human right. Hashtag clean water is a human right. And Nestle, don't get it twisted. We're putting the crunch on fracking, and frack you if you think that you can buy anybody's water and sell it back to them without providing water for the children. So anyway, we'll sit in this tub and medicate and not flare hate until we tell you the truth. But this moment of posterity was brought to you by Coaster Dam, which back in 2015, hardly anybody had heard of them. But in the future, we now know Coaster Dam is known as the Starbucks of cannabis. And that was kind of wild and crazy because when Coaster Dam first started,
There's one in every McDonald's in
more people
Japan.
had heard of Starbucks than Coaster Dam. But in the future, that was a crazy time about how Coaster Dam put Starbucks out of business, but we'll have to tell that in the next clip. Stay occupied by any creative, nonviolent means necessary. Because in the past, you could be the Davy in the Goliath story, but in the future, we already won.
Until it happens to you, you don't think it'll happen. And I can say it's devastating when these arrests happen, especially to families and mothers and family members, and it goes beyond the person just incarcerated. And I think that's more than anything why I've come to see CCHI as an extended family. I've said many times before, I think it's the best and the brightest. It speaks to my soul as a closet socialist that
California.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Maybe I made you.
I didn't know that I was sitting. I was a known associate of a socialist. I have enough problems being a known associate.
Democratic
of Occupy
socialist,
Los
like most countries.
Here, put some vitamins in that. The views of our political candidates clearly don't represent the views of me. I have not ever been a member.
I mean, everybody should have housing. Everybody should have education.
Party.
Everyone should have water. Everyone should have cannabis. And everybody.
And that's socialism?
Sometimes, yeah,
Pretty
it takes
much.
socialism.
Democratic
ideals.
socialism.
Yeah.
We'll have to come back to this.
Social
next
democracy.
segment.
Democracy, free college, like most European countries.
Sounds like crazy
free
talk.
healthcare.
Crazy talk. Well, we'll have more with
Amnesty
these.
for all illegals, and I don't think we should use the word illegal or alien, so I'd like to just...
Well, Richard Eastman is here, and he may or may not be an alien. It's April Fool's, everybody, but it's not April Fool's that hemp can save the planet, and we might act like we don't see eye to eye or agree, but we're calling
free
for
cannabis
unity
for migrant farm workers.
in
That's
California.
what Noni's
There's a few
project
things
is.
that all of us can agree
Cannabis
on.
creams for the
And
backs
that's
of
that
our...
Nobody should be in jail for a plant. Give thanks to the Most High, and stay tuned for the next segment at JackHererHemp. 3 more hours for the Hemp Can Save the Planet tweet of 24 hours. And we'll do this all year long until Prohibition really is over.
Prohibition
Over.
of women.
Are we done?
Jeff,
You mentioned 3 times.
I have 10 minutes, and I'm doing a thing, and
Ooh, that's
we're going to
tasty.
do it in the next segment.
Okay.